Hey guys, welcome back into another video. So I don't know if you guys knew about this. I didn't until a few hours ago, but Nintendo was also dealing with their own problems when it comes to like DRM because of their online servers being down. So what do I mean? As you can take a look by this, server down. The servers for Nintendo eShop are down. Please wait till the issue is fixed. Okay, that's normal. Servers go down, for maintenance or just outages. That's just how these things work. Hey, it happens to every single company, whether it's gaming, or whatever. So, but what's the big deal? Well, as you can see here, server down. The servers for use of downloadable software are down. See, this is where the problem lies. Please wait till the issue is fixed. Use of downloadable software is Nintendo's public-facing name for their DRM. It appears that servers that handle this are having problems at the moment, as users are having problems launching titles that require license certification. Or verification, I should say. But anyway, so you see what I mean? Like, it's exactly the Microsoft situation, where a few weeks ago, Xbox Live was down for like more than a day, I believe. It was quite a while. Like, I felt like an entire weekend from what I remember. Anyway, that's kind of not the point. You see what I mean? You see why I was so, against DRM? Because of shit like this. So it's not just Microsoft that's in those situations happening. So it's now with Nintendo. Sure, like the duration of the outage wasn't as bad as it was for Microsoft when that was going down. But yeah, you can't justify this. There's no other freaking way around it. There isn't. It's absolutely unacceptable. If these companies truly want us to embrace digital distribution, they need to step up and do something, because this ain't right. We are spending, up to $70 now on these games. I know like Switch games aren't $70, but I wouldn't be surprised if they go up to 70 with the next gen Switch. Whenever that comes out, who knows? But so you see what I mean? You see what I mean? Why DRM is such a huge problem? Oh, and I forgot to mention this. You remember how with, even if you had your home Xbox to set to your home Xbox, like you still couldn't play your games while the servers are down. So it's the same thing here, where if you had your Switch, you didn't have your primary Switch set to home, it would have the same freaking issue where non-primary Switch users would have to essentially log in online each and every single time they boot up a game, just like it was with Xbox. So yeah, something needs to be done about this DRM, because this is getting really ridiculous. It's unacceptable. Like I said before, we are paying $60 up to $70 now for these big games. I know indies are like cheaper, but those are usually only digital version. So unless it's something like limited run games or something like that. But you see what I mean? Like something needs to be done. Period. Because if these companies truly want us to embrace digital distribution, DRM needs to be dead completely. People cannot stand it, especially on PC. So how many times have you heard of like DRM getting cracked because people can't stand DRM? It's just a hindrance to everybody who buys video games, whether it's on console or PC. So, and it's true that these companies don't give a shit about game preservation, especially Nintendo. Man, them and Sony suck ass at it. Microsoft is not as bad, but their efforts are ultimately useless because of the DRM. So, I guess that's all I really have to say about this, but at the end of the day, these companies need to step up and do something if they really want us to embrace full digital distribution in the future and kill off, used sales, because that's what they ultimately want. That's what these companies ultimately want, is the used sales games market to go away. Why do you think Microsoft tried in 2013 and it blew up in their face? So, it was kind of funny now that it seems that everything they wanted to do back then is kind of happening now. Like where being online is such a heavy focus now compared to what it was back then, in 2013. Especially with digital distribution, it just took over last generation with, the Xbox and the PS4. So, anyways, so So at the end of the day, they need to do something, because this shit is unacceptable. We should be able to access our games no matter what, whether we are online or offline. Period. End of discussion. So if you have a Switch, did you experience this issue? I personally didn't, because I didn't know about it until I saw this on my Twitter feed or whatever. So anyway, that's kind of it for this video. So again, did you experience it? If you did, how long did it last for you? And if it didn't, are you really surprised by this or not? I'm kind of not, considering that's just how, unfortunately, these companies are. It seems that it's only for certain titles, because I've heard people say they're still able to play some games offline and some you couldn't. So obviously DLC was affected too, like Smash Bros. Ultimate, for example, and those obviously some others too, obviously, but that I couldn't think of. But anyway, so if you liked this video, hit the like button, comment down below what did you think, and if you experienced this or not, and consider subscribing to the channel so you don't miss any of my content. And I'll see you all in the next video. Later.